Hey everyone, this is Anam. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be discussing the summary of lesson number 5 from the book Moments of Class 9, The Happy Prince by Oscar Wilde. The Happy Prince is the story about a beautifully decorated statue of a prince who lived a very happy life. After his death, his statue is made which stands on a tall column at the highest point in the city. The statue is decorated with gold and gems. It's covered with thin leaves of fine gold. He has sapphires for his eyes. His sword is fitted with a ruby. Sapphire and ruby, they are precious gems. So as you can see in the picture, the happy prince is now dead and his statue is standing tall at the highest point in the city. One day, a swallow comes who is on his way to Egypt. All his friends have already gone to Egypt and he is going to join them. He's flying for a long time, he's tired, so he needs to have some rest. He wishes to spend the night in the city. He looks for a suitable place to spend the night. After searching for a while, he decides to rest at the feet of the statue. After some time, when the swallow is about to sleep, a drop of water falls on him. Firstly, he thinks it's the rain, but when he looks above, he is astonished to see the statue weeping. He asks the statue the reason behind his tears. The happy prince tells the swallow his story. He tells him that when he was alive, he was always happy. He was happy because he lived in his palace, he never went outside, and he did not know about the miseries of the poor in his kingdom. He was least concerned about them. Now, when he is dead, he sees everything. Since he is standing at the highest point in the city, everything is visible to him. He can see the miseries and the pain suffered by the poor, but he feels helpless. He cannot help them because he is made up of stone and he cannot move. He says that when he had a human heart, he never wept because he was least concerned. He did not know about any pain, any misery. Now, when he has a heart made up of lead, now when he has a stone heart, he feels everything and he cries every day. Next day, when the swallow goes to the happy prince to say goodbye before leaving for Egypt, the happy prince tells him about a poor seamstress. Seamstress is a woman who stitches the clothes and who does the embroidery work. So the happy prince tells that I can see in a small cottage there is a poor seamstress who is stitching a beautiful gown for a rich lady. All her fingers are pricked with needles. She is working with needles, so all his fingers are hurt. They are damaged by the needles. Her boy is lying sick on the bed. He is asking for oranges, but his poor mother can offer him nothing but the plain river water. He says that since he cannot go and help her, he requests the swallow to help him out. The swallow says that see, I'm getting late. I have to leave for Egypt. But the happy prince requests him and the swallow agrees to help him. He tells the swallow to pluck out the precious ruby which is fitted in his sword and give it to the poor women. The swallow does as he's told. He plucks out the ruby, he flies away and he puts the ruby on the table in the cottage. The poor woman is so happy to find a ruby. She sells it and gets some medicines and food for her sick boy. Earlier, the swallow was feeling very cold. But now, after helping the poor woman, he feels warm. He feels so good about it. Next day, when he goes to the happy prince again to say goodbye, the happy prince requests him to stay for one more day. He tells him that he sees a poor playwright who is trying to finish a play for his theatre company. He's too cold to write, He doesn't have any food, he doesn't have any wood to keep him warm, and hunger has made him faint. He's unconscious and he's unable to write anything. So the prince requests the swallow to pluck out a sapphire from his eye and give it away to the poor playwright. The swallow does the same thing as told. He plucks out the sapphire and he gives it away to the playwright. The playwright manages to purchase some wood and food for himself and he feels better. So does the swallow. Swallow also feels better after helping out the playwright. Next day, when the swallow is about to leave for Egypt, the happy prince requests him again. He tells him that please stay for one more day because I have to help a poor match girl. He tells her that, see, in that lane I can see a girl who was taking some matches which have now fallen in the gutter and now they are all spoiled. They are wet, so she cannot sell these matches in the market, and she is afraid of her father. If she goes home without any money, then her father is going to beat her. So he requests the swallow to pluck out another sapphire from his eye and give it to the match girl. The swallow doesn't want to do it because he had two eyes, he had two sapphires. The first sapphire he has already given to the playwright, and now when if he gives away the another sapphire also, the prince would be blind. He won't be able to see anything. So he refuses to do it. But the happy prince requests him again and again. Finally, the swallow agrees and he plucks out the second sapphire and gives it to the match girl. The prince is now blind, he can't see anything. And the swallow has developed a bond with the prince, so he decides to stay with him forever. He doesn't want to leave him alone. So they spend time together every day. Swallow tells the prince different stories about his travels to different lands. The prince asks him that please fly over my city and tell me what's going on. So the swallow tells him that he sees the rich making merry in their beautiful houses. They are least concerned about the poor, and the poor are suffering. Many of them don't even have food to eat, they are homeless. Then he tells about two homeless boys who are shivering with cold. They are lying in each other's arms to keep themselves warm. The happy prince sends a gold leaf for them. He says that I am covered with fine gold. You should take it off, leaf after leaf, and give it to the poor. The living always think gold can make them happy. Leaf after leaf of the fine gold, the swallow picked off till the happy prince looked quite dull and grey. So the happy prince, he was covered with gold, but one by one, the swallow takes away takes away leaf, and each and every leaf he gives away to the poor. The poor are now happy as they have bread to eat. The swallow grows colder and colder, but he still doesn't want to leave the prince. He picks up some breadcrumbs from the baker's shop and tries to keep himself warm by flapping his wings. The swallow is about to die. Somehow he collects his strength to fly up to the prince for one last time. He tells the prince that he is going forever, and before he leaves, he wants to kiss the prince's hand. The prince thinks that Swallow is going to Egypt. He says that, yeah, you have lived with me for quite a long time now. You have stayed here for quite long. You should go. But before you leave, don't kiss on my hand. I want you to kiss on my lips because I love you. The swallow tells him that no, I'm not going to Egypt. I'm going to die. After kissing the prince on his lips, the swallow dies. The next morning, The mayor comes with his two counselors. He looks at the statue of the happy prince and he doesn't find it beautiful enough. He says that the happy prince is too shabby to be displayed any longer. He's not enhancing the beauty of the city, so he should be removed. Seeing the dead bird, he issues a notice that birds are not allowed to die here. This shows that these people don't have any kind of feelings or emotions. The happy prince, he was made up of stone, still he felt for the poor. But these people, they are least concerned about their fellow human beings. The statue is removed from the platform and it is sent in the furnace for melting. The people who are working in the furnace, they are amazed to see that the broken lead heart doesn't get melted. So finally, they throw it away on a heap of garbage where the dead swallow is also lying. So even after their death, they reunite. In another scene, God tells one of his angels to go and bring him two most precious things in the city. The angel brings him the leaden heart which belonged to the happy prince and the dead swallow. God says that yes, you have chosen rightly. These two are indeed the most precious things in the world. So, yeah, that's all about it. That was the summary. From this lesson, we learn that those who give happiness to others, they get happiness themselves. So it shows the importance of love and sacrifice, that before thinking about ourselves, we should think about our fellow human beings also. Thank you so much. If you liked the video, then please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon.